What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Batgirls issue number 16. This one is written by Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad, with the art this time around being done by Neil Guggi and Geraldo Borges, and a few other people kind of working on it. But again, this is like set after the previous issue with the whole Grace O'Halloran, did I say that name right? Grace O'Halloran situation. The Batgirls track down Mad Hatter, who's been behind some shenanigans that have been going on. They come across him. He's trying to do his little Alice in Wonderland tea party thing. There's a bunch of puppets, mannequins, if you will, that kind of have some livelihood to them, all done in the vein of the Bat family. Damian is noticeably absent here, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, it's done with like these various 60s designs. You have Tim Drake in his Red Robin suit, which I think he should still be wearing, but that's just me, so we have a little bit of a distinction between them. So again, they get into a bit of a scuffle. They take these things out. Stephanie, at one point, gets gassed with the Man-Bat formula and turns into a bat-like creature. And through the power of Cass talking to her and just be like, hey, we're family, like it's Vin Diesel and Fast and Furious, she's able to kind of like get through to her, and they hug it out in that, so she's not really like a big scary monster. And of course they take down Mad Hatter, and before she can administer the antidote, they're just like, we'll just kind of fly around, and that's basically it. But again, the theme of family, friendship, which, I mean, the book has done well showcasing the bond between Cassandra and Stephanie, and even Babs at some points. I do think this was kind of not maybe the strongest issue, because lately I feel like Batgirls has been on a roll, but in some ways some things are kind of taken care of rather easily, and I feel like Mad Hatter was apprehended a little bit quickly. Maybe it's because like they had to rush things and get things prepared for whatever the next arc of the story is going to be, but I feel like that one kind of was a little bit rushed and kind of defeated a little bit easily. The artwork for the most part is pretty decent. I actually like Babs' suit and this quite a bit, because lately she's been kind of wearing the purple and yellow, but I kind of like the color palette right here with the suit here. Maybe she'll be utilizing this thing a little bit more, because at first she's Oracle and then she's Batgirl sometimes, so I'm not really sure what DC is doing here. And then of course Stephanie and her little Man-Bat or girl bat formula right there, and she's kind of flying around like this. Why she wouldn't want to be changed right away and we don't really get to see that is beyond me. But again, they explain that, okay, even after she was get hit with the antidote, she kind of slept for so many hours and Cass stood by her side. So that's the issue in a nutshell. I thought it was all right. Kind of a step down from the more recent issues, especially the stuff with Cluemaster, the annual, some of the silent issues and all that. Maybe it's the art, maybe it's just the stakes. Like, as soon as they introduce something, it's kind of taken care of rather quickly, rather than kind of drawing it out just a little bit. Like, for instance, like Stephanie died in one issue, then it's immediately, oh, Lazarus Resin, which, by the way, now that we're out of Lazarus Planet, well, although after this I still got some more Lazarus Planet stuff to cover. Why they're even considering like these other things like Lazarus Planet tie-ins when the event is supposedly over is beyond me. So I guess it's still kind of going on, but I guess not. But basically, like, the Lazarus Resin is seemingly kind of like there's no noticeable pits around for the time being after like that whole event right there. So I'm kind of hoping we don't have to deal with that anymore, and there's gonna be some actual like stakes and consequences of stories where you feel the suspense a little bit longer. Not that I think that anything super serious is ever going to happen in the Batgirls book. Maybe they might do something, but I don't exactly know. I just feel like we could have used a little bit more, and things could have like maybe like one more issue in this arc to really kind of draw out the tension a little bit would have made it a little bit stronger. But at least we're kind of done with this thing. We kind of moving to a bit more of a new direction with the series. I don't know how long Batgirls is going to be going on for. We don't have the June solicitations out. I know they think there's at least 2 more issues or something going on, but they're doing this whole Dawn of DC thing, and a lot of stuff is kind of up in the air with some of the books and where some of the characters are going to be at with it. So we'll see where that all goes from here. But this particular issue of Batgirls, it was kind of a surprise for me, at least, because I try not to, I mean, I read the solicitations when I do the solicitation videos, but I don't generally read them when the new issues come in. I try to just read the issues, so I kind of go on a little bit more surprised, because I forget a lot of things. I mean, if I only like do a video once, I'm generally going to forget about like the 100 issues that are covered in a month for DC Comics. So I didn't really expect the whole like girl man bat Langstrom formula going into this thing. So at least I was kind of surprised. I feel like it was kind of taken care of a little bit easily, but again, it leads to some kind of neat stuff with Stephanie Brown with the girl bat formula. Although the power of friendship and family just, it kind of made me chuckle just a little bit. The way that was kind of done felt a little bit kind of easy. I could have dealt with a little bit more back and forth before she's able to get through to her. But there you go. I mean, like I said, the book, it's less, the book has gotten better than when it started, where they were written like they were 12. Now that things are getting a little bit more serious, the style is kind of showcasing that with the art. And the stories are getting a little bit more intense for what's going on. So I've enjoyed the book more recently than when it started, because Cass and Steph weren't written like they were 12 years old. Once it's got more serious, it felt more like their characters. Not quite the way I think the rest of the DC universe writes them, but definitely a little bit better. So, I mean, yeah, this was a step down from the previous couple of issues, but it's still kind of a step up from the low points of the series. So, I mean, I thought the issue itself was all right, personally. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, all that other fun stuff. If you're enjoying the series, do you think they should restart it? Because, like I said, I wanted a Batgirls book with the three of them, but I just feel like the concept just hasn't quite clicked. I mean, it clicked in recent months, but the momentum's kind of dwindling a little bit after the last couple issues. I feel like we're kind of sliding down a little bit, like not quite reaching the peak where I think this series could reach. So that's just me. I didn't hate this issue. Like, there's no issue of Batgirls I've absolutely hated or thought was downright awful. Even at its worst, I think it's just all right, but it could be a little bit stronger. So I'm kind of hoping next month picks up again, because we were on a streak of a couple issues where things were going pretty well for the series. I was genuinely enjoying it. So we'll see if they kind of regain some momentum. Like I said, nothing awful here, nothing really bad or things that make me angry. It's just not up to par with the last couple issues. Things were kind of wrapped up a little bit quickly, but we'll see where it goes from there. But anyways, that's all I got to say. Tune in next time. Probably have the next review up tomorrow morning. That's another Lazarus Planet tie-in, Revenge of the Gods or whatever. I haven't read it yet, so I was planning on like reading it tonight and just getting a video out tomorrow morning. And then hopefully like tomorrow night I'll get a video out of Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which may come in like after midnight or something. I don't exactly know. It's going to be a long couple days with stuff. So, but yes, so you'll see another video there. I also did a video on the whole James Gunn Superman Legacy thing. And then, so you'll have another comic book review tomorrow. And then you'll have a Shazam! Fury of the Gods video coming out like probably after midnight on Thursday. So like, because I won't be able to go until like a super late night showing, I think, if I get the chance to see it Friday night. So we'll see how that turns out. But anyways, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.